Got a birthday coming up.
I hate them.
You're looking better with age.
I don't feel it.
This trip is about putting your life into perspective.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
I'm not big on surprises.
Really?
I hate them.
It's a surprise, but without being like, surprise!
Okay.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to make this birthday a great one.
I believe you.
My name's Jack Osborne, and this is my dad, Ozzy. Heavy metal god. Prince of Darkness. And surprisingly enough, history nut. As the old saying goes, like father, like son. So my dad and I are doing something we've always wanted to do. We're hitting the road. Just the two of us and a bucket list of places and things we've only ever read about in books. Oh my God, this is amazing. Or seen on TV and the web. Did you have your knife?
Yes.
Of all days, we might need it. There are no roadies, no tour buses.
What the is this?
No boundaries. Welcome to Ozzy and Jack's World Detour.
Let's rock and roll.
We arrived last night here in Philly. For me, this week is kind of about helping my dad put his own life into perspective. I've set up a bunch of places that I just know he'll love. And it's all gonna culminate in kind of a coup de grace by going into a place called Iron Mountain. The original recordings of Elvis are housed there, as well as Bill Gates' historical Corbus photo vault. Sony Music, they have their recordings stored there, including the original recordings of Crazy Train, and I don't think my dad has heard it since he recorded it back in the early 1980s. And I think my dad's gonna love it. It's the perfect place to celebrate the Prince of Darkness' birthday. I got the coffee.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me when?
When?
Okay. We shall be celebrating your birthday and showering you with delightful treats.
Fantastic.
You excited about birthday?
Well, not really. I used to. I'm not so excited anymore. Getting older.
No, you know.
21. I miss my dog.
Oh,
My Rocky. He gets on the bed now. He gets his butt right on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And farts all night.
It's just like you.
We also have something in common.
Did you ever think you'd be spending your birthday in Pennsylvania?
No.
Today we're going to Easton State Penitentiary.
What?
Which is an old abandoned prison.
Oh, great.
Where Al Capone served time. And the place is like wild looking. I mean, it's like terrifying.
Oh, God.
So it's got
I'm
like...
looking forward to that.
Yeah. I usually like to avoid prisons. That's kind of my life goal.
You give me the creeps to go in one of these places. I had a short little visit when I was very young. But I was there for a few weeks. I never wanted to go in one of these places involuntarily anymore.
What was the story with you and when you were in prison?
I accumulated a bunch of fines, which I never paid. And my father didn't let me go there because he wanted to curb my silly ways.
No birthdays?
In prison.
Yeah.
It was a birthday when I got released.
It was like
straight to the bar.
It was like the rebirth of Ozzy. Oh, look at this. Holy, it's a fortress.
But you would think that would be out in the sticks, wouldn't you?
When it was built, this probably wasn't as populated out here. At the time it was built, it was the most technologically advanced building in America.
A building?
Building as a structure. It had running water, it had flushable toilets, it had inside heating. So it actually was more advanced than the White House when they opened it, which I find kind of strange that the president still had to like dump in a pot and throw it out the window, but a criminal got to use a flushable toilet.
Trade for this?
This is really cool.
No, I wouldn't go so far as to say really.
Look at that gate. Look at that.
Wow.
That is cool.
I'm locked in.
Hello.
Welcome to Eastern State Penitentiary.
Thank you very much.
It's so great to meet you.
I'm Ozzy. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So why don't you guys follow me? We're
Okay.
gonna go check out some of the greatest parts of this historic prison.
Awesome.
And so Eastern State Penitentiary operated as an active prison all the way until 1970.
Wow.
And
Really?
in
1970.
1970.
Even though there was like people living all around and stuff.
Exactly, the city actually grew up around the prison.
Was there a death row here?
There was a death row here. Initially, Eastern State was set.
Did they actually kill people here?
They did not actually kill people here. Eastern State was an incredibly notorious prison for the people who were held here. So are you guys familiar with Al Capone or Scarface?
This guy.
This was the first place he was ever in prison.
Can we go in there?
Oh, absolutely. So we do not typically do this for people, but
Just don't lock us in.
I will not lock you in. So then we're gonna pop this open. You guys are welcome to step inside.
In you go. What's the deal with this furniture?
So we have recreated everything in here based on what people wrote about him in the newspaper. So we know that he did purchase a lot of these items from the store inside of the prison. So he did purchase the radio from an inmate that lived in the cell before him.
So wait, you could actually furnish your own cells here?
It would have come with some limited furniture, but people who had money, they could purchase other items in the prison store.
If you had the opportunity to decorate your cell, what would you have done?
I'd have a door to get out.
I definitely would have built a door to get out. What do you think, Dad? Lock you up in here for a night or two?
No, thank you.
This is crazy. It would have sucked.
So we're gonna head through this gate. We're gonna check out one of the recreation areas, like this basketball court. There's also a baseball field that's doubled as a football field. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about another famous inmate who was held here, who was actually a dog.
Dog.
A dog. Yeah, his name was Pep the dog. He was sentenced here for killing the governor's cat. So he was sentenced for murder, and he was given a life sentence. I'm not not joking.
Now, is there any record of, like, him just roaming around, or was it more of a novelty, like, hey, we booked him, we checked him in, and then, like, one of the guards probably kept him?
He kind of roamed around the property, that he was sent here to really boost the morale.
Well, they were smoking marijuana back then.
Well, hold on a second. Isn't that how do you defend yourself if you're a dog?
He had a ball and chain on his leg. And a striped coat.
I never saw a uniform. Come on in, guys.
Whoa.
You can grab a pair of white gloves there on the table. We have a bunch of different objects for you guys to see. We have things that were made here inside of the prison, as well as some of the objects that were used to secure the prison. And then, of course, shanks or shivs were kitchen utensils that were given to guys who were locked up here and then turned into weapons.
Wow.
This is the death ledger, where deaths of inmates were recorded.
How many recorded deaths are there here?
We know of 1,200 people that died, but the one that I wanted to point out to you guys is this one that's written in pencil here, because it actually said that somebody escaped in a coffin.
Oh.
Didn't
They
actually
faked his
die.
death?
Yeah. This one, particularly creepy baby doll, that was done by a female inmate who was held here at Eastern State.
Female inmates here as well.
There were female inmates here from the 1830s until the 1920s. So these two women actually drugged a man and then they robbed him, and it turned out that he was actually formerly incarcerated here at Eastern State. And then I know you were interested in seeing some of the inmate-made weapons or shanks and shivs, so you guys can feel free to pick any of them up. This one is very special because it was actually found by somebody that currently works here.
Wow.
She opened a drawer inside one of the cells, and this fell out onto the ground.
Wow. So that's like a reel from this 1970s, probably.
Probably from the 1970s, yes.
Are you gonna add some shivs to your knife
I wouldn't
collection?
mind, but if I had a shank, I'd be thinking, has this been used to kill someone?
We can make shivs. We can, take a toothbrush and file it.
Yeah, but it's not the same as getting an axe one.
Let's get some shank photos. Please do not stab yourself with a shank. Or me.
And I also wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. This week, everybody's been wishing me happy birthday.
Hey, you get a birthday week. You're like a teenage girl. Celebrate it for
Far
an
from
entire
being a
week.
teenager, and I'm far from being a girl. But in here, I'd probably, if I had long hair back in the
You'd
day,
be someone's teenage
I
girl.
would have a very sore.
Okay. Dad, take a picture with me. Prison. Yay!
I'm free! I'm free! I was in this all along. It's cold, man. Where are we going now?
We are heading to the Muta Museum of Medical Abnormality.
What's that mean, the mutimuses?
You like creepy stuff, right?
Yep.
Then you are going to love the Muta Museum. Dr. Thomas Muta started it in the 1800s and filled it with all the weirdest medical cases he could find, like a guy whose muscles turned into bone, to a collection of 2,300 foreign objects that people had swallowed and had to have removed from their throats. The museum has something of particular interest to you.
Dead bodies, yeah?
No, it has a thing called the megadong.
What's the megadon?
Megadong is a 4-foot penis.
Boy, who was it on?
They think it was a whale penis.
Oh, I'm not really interested in a 5-foot prick.
I had arranged for us to have a special private after-hours tour of the Mutter Museum. To make it even more freaky, the tour starts with us heading in through the back entrance. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Ozzy.
Hi.
This is my son, Jack.
Hey, how's
Hi,
it going?
Jack. Nice to meet you. I'm Anna.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Mutter Museum.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
This is the decidedly less glamorous lower portion of the Mutter Museum.
It's not a museum of skyjacks?
No, we've actually got some other stuff too that I'd like to show you.
Okay.
Come on down.
Let's do it.
All right.
Now, I'm assuming, Dad,
Yeah, I'm listening.
that we don't touch these without white gloves.
Exactly.
No.
This is Beth Lander, our librarian.
It's nice to meet you.
How's it going, Jack?
It's nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you,
You want to
too.
put his gloves on?
Feel free to glove up.
Okay.
What you see on the table is the largest collection of confirmed anthropodermic books in the United States.
What is an anthropodermic book?
A little bit of human skin. This edge of the book here
Okay.
is skin.
So it's my dad's birthday week, and we had stopped off at the Mutter Museum of Medical Abnormalities. The perfect place for the Prince of Darkness on his birthday.
It's creepy. You look at your body and you go, that could be a encyclopedia.
Now, on July 15th, 1868, a 28-year-old Irish woman named Mary Lynch went to Philadelphia General Hospital, and she was diagnosed with tuberculosis. The resident doctor, John Stockton Huff, dissected her after her death. Then he wrote a little note in this book.
It actually is.
That is actually his handwriting.
Yeah.
And he says that he removed skin from her thighs and tanned it in a chamber pot. He held on to the skin for 18 years.
For what reason?
Well, in 1887, he used the skin to bind these 3 books.
Yeah, but what was it for?
We don't know.
Everyone at that museum was so used to being around dead things, like nothing fazed them. Like handing us like a human flesh-bound book. She was like, oh yeah,
But
that's
it
human flesh.
didn't look like human. If you had a nose on it, you'd have gone, whoa. Or a
He was
pair of lips or
smiling.
So I hope you like meeting Mary.
Yeah.
She's a nice girl.
We brought some stuff out into this main room to kind of give you a sampling of some of the objects that we have here in our collection.
Wow.
Whoa.
Is that a real head?
No, this is actually a wax model. And a lot of people ask, why do we have wax models when we've got the real things like this? Well, the most important thing about these wax models is the texture. Look at the colors. That's incredibly accurate. And these wax models were based on individuals who actually had these pathologies. That is syphilis.
Oh, my goodness.
This is what syphilis will do to you.
Wow. Really?
Absolutely.
Even though it's like sexually transmitted, it does that to your face?
Exactly. There's 3 stages of syphilis. Now, the primary stage doesn't look anything like this. In fact, it's only probably a little sore, and it can be on your face or it can be on your genitals. The secondary stage is nothing sometimes. It's asymptomatic. So you're walking around, you're feeling great, and you're passing it around to all your friends and family. And then you get to the 3rd stage, and that's what this guy is right here.
Wow.
Even though I'm the Prince of Darkness, it wouldn't be a nice thing to wake up and go, you have syphilis. I mean, mind you.
No one wants to get that news. Is that what Napoleon died of?
In the 19th century, if you were sexually active, a lot of people had syphilis because there was no cure.
Winston Churchill's father died of that.
A lot of people died. Toulouse-Lautrec. I mean, all these brilliant people, all these famous people. So this is some tattooed skin. I'm going to be putting up a new exhibit all on the skin.
Tattooed skin.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, did I mention we're still an active collecting institution? So
There we go. If you want to donate some skin.
Yeah. Can I call dibs on it? Or it's up to you.
It's up for negotiation.
Exactly. Are you interested in this guy right here?
What,
What is that?
This is a mystery penis.
This is Megadon.
Yeah, that's
Megadon.
Megadon.
Pretty sure it's a marine mammal of some sort.
So some kind of whale.
Not an animal dong specialist, so I don't...
It's the great Megadong mystery. Please do not drop that.
Anything else? Gloves on. Don't drop it. Well, if I had this, I wouldn't drop it.
If you had this, you wouldn't leave the house.
Now that
Wow,
we've just been completely inappropriate, let's
Right.
go on to the actual
Let's
museum
get some
itself.
science on.
Now, this
Is the museum.
is the museum.
Whoa.
This is amazing. It's really cool.
You know the term Siamese twins, right?
Yeah.
Well, these guys right here are the reason that term exists. This is called a death cast. If you look really carefully, you can actually see hair sticking out. You see the hair there?
wow, yeah.
That's their actual hair. These are Changanang Bunker. And they were billed as the world's first Siamese twins.
Oh,
Way
didn't
back.
Barnum and Bailey used to have something like that?
They did briefly tour with Barnum and Bailey, but you know what a lot of people don't know about them is eventually they did retire from this profession. They married sisters, and you know they had 21 children between them.
Wow.
Wow, that's where that super dung came from. Wow.
Would you like to see the largest human colon on display in the world?
Yeah.
That's human?
That's human.
What is that for? Wow.
It is 8 feet 4 inches long. This is something called Hirschsprung's disease. And what this is a congenital defect that basically makes you incapable of having a bowel movement.
Fully.
Oh, man.
That must be dreadful. I could not imagine that.
I'm going to let you take a look around. I'll hang out. So if you have any questions,
Okay.
you let me know.
Will do.
What the is this? Albert Einstein, what's this?
Parts of his brain.
I was expecting it to be different because he was so intelligent. But he was just like anybody else's brain.
It's 15% larger than the average brain.
Oh, he probably died.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Hang on, let me find it.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Dolly Parton, my old friend.
Ozzy, it's your birthday, so happy birthday to
That was the nicest part of the day.
Well, thanks. After all this hard work I've put in this adventure.
She didn't say, oh, look at my house and my colon. What the diet is bad for you? The shoe, dead shoe, won't that shoe die of syphilis of the boot? Them bones, them dry bones. I ain't got nobody.
So we're gonna be going to this place called Iron Mountain.
I'm gonna have everybody step out so I can warn you real quick.
Okay.
What the goes on there?
We're going in.
They're there.
Come, Mr. Bigglesworth. This is like ominous looking. Wow. Look at this. My dad's music is stored at a place where Thomas Edison's patents are. There's something in here that when I told Mom about, she hasn't even heard of.
I am Iron Mountain.
So, my dad's birthday week continues on as we make our way to the Iron Mountain. Today, we're actually in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's the sweetest place on earth. My dad is a huge chocolate fiend, so I made some calls over to the good people of Hershey, and they are gonna give me and my dad a special tour of their chocolate laboratory. Now, because we're traveling, my dad's away from his best friend in the whole wide world, which is Rocky, his dog. I'm pretty sure he likes that dog more than he likes any of his children. So I emailed them a photo of Rocky, and they're preparing something very special for him. So it's going to be a pretty awesome surprise, and I think he's going to get a kick out of it. So, as the days roll on, it's getting sweeter, yet weirder. So, we are currently headed to Hersheyland. You know, it's a bit of an amusement park where they actually have labs there where they will make chocolate.
I can't have some bits of sugar in it. I can't have sugar.
Now, what's the deal with the sugar-free diet?
A doctor said it's poison. I'm trying to keep my weight down.
How long's it been since you've had chocolate?
About an hour ago.
Look at the street lights in the shape of Hershey Kisses.
Oh, no.
So we were headed into Hershey to eat some chocolate and learn some history. My dad was a little apprehensive, but he didn't know I had planned a little something special for him. What's with the obsession of chocolate?
The last time I spent $2,000 on chocolate.
Who spends $2,000 on English chocolate?
Me.
Hi, Ozzy. Jennifer, nice to meet you. This is our R&D Technical Center where all of our innovation happens.
Ozzy, how are you, sir?
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you. Jack,
How's it going?
how are you, man?
Very well, very well.
What we want to do is get you in a lab coat.
Okay.
Because you got to do official here.
And
Thank
grab
you,
your
sir.
hat.
Let's take a tour of chocolate so you guys understand what's going on with chocolate. Christopher Columbus had discovered it, but really it was around for a very long time. So the Native Americans in the Yucatan Peninsula and also down in South America had made a beverage with it. And what they really did was take cocoa beans like these, grind it up, and you get chocolate.
How much coffee beans you get through here? There must be tons and tons of...
We make about 1 million pounds a day of Hershey milk chocolate. This is the fruit of the cocoa tree. There's usually about 40 to 60 beans in a pod. It takes 25 beans to make a Hershey bar. We
That's a
need
lot of beans.
5 million cocoa pods a day.
Where do you get it from?
We use Ghanaian beans in Ivory Coast. We also a lot from South America as well.
Wow.
And Milton Hershey, he built his factory here. He could get cocoa beans here. He could get sugar here. But this place, it's all about milk farms. See these dark pieces?
Yeah.
That's chocolate. You can take one of these pieces, go ahead and eat it. What do you think?
There's like a hint of chocolate there.
But it's kind of bitter.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna choke you, so bitter.
It was like...
What is this?
This is the original chocolate.
A little honey.
Honey?
Yeah, it has cinnamon, chili peppers.
Wow.
And,
Wow. So this was what Columbus would have found,
Right.
more or
It's
less.
close, yeah,
right.
exactly.
A great aftertaste, isn't
Yeah.
it? Oh, that was great. It was really, really nice. It didn't have sugar in it.
The drink had sugar alcohol in, pretty much.
Sugar alcohol. No wonder I liked it.
You're gonna start punching them and trying to find where they keep it.
Where you keep your...
Was this like a delicacy? Like if you were drinking this?
Well, and you think about it, until yeah, he likes it.
I can give you some more.
So now I'm drunk.
Glad you like that one.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
tell you what.
I can't have any more.
Why don't we come over here?
And so before we actually start this, though, since we're working with food, and you probably have some later,
hair
we
nets.
have to put our hair nets on for good GMP.
Thanks, Ann.
Looks like a new fashion statement.
I think you can pull it off.
Hi, folks.
And another thing,
Beard?
yeah,
Okay.
It's very hygienic, because you even had a chin mask.
Yeah, they didn't want me to get like stragglies in the chocolate.
That's why I don't shower a beard when I go around factories.
Can pour a little bit on the slab, and then it's just smearing it around.
So what does this do?
It's sucking heat out of the chocolate.
if you don't temper chocolate properly, it won't come out of your mold.
So that's every time I try and make homemade chocolate, it just ends up turning into like a rock hard block.
That's exactly it. Grab it, you throw it back in your pot.
I made chocolate.
There you go.
I'm a clever boy.
All right, now we're gonna mold some bars.
Cool.
What we're gonna do is take a little chocolate, and pour a little bit in the mold. Now we're gonna take it, we're gonna start doing this. Looking to get the air bubbles out, and you can see the air bubbles starting to come to the surface.
It's amazing that you've been making chocolate like this since the 1900s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So is this the first time you've molded chocolate bars?
Yes, this is the first time I've done chocolate.
And what do you think?
It's fun. Well, you know what it is. I'm gonna have to. Did you just put a big old? Thanks.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, hey.
Perfect.
Wow.
There it is.
And then the first thing we do is
Check the.
snap.
This is sugar-free.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yes.
You were not holding back when you found out that was sugar-free.
That chocolate was like real chocolate. It was fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. That is amazing.
Hello.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi. So, Ozzy Jack, we have a couple of things for you. We heard it's your birthday, and
Dad.
I know how much.
Oh, my dog, Rocky. That's so cool.
See?
That's my baby, man. That is so cool.
I love that we've done like some amazing things on this trip. And the thing that got you the most excited was when they bring out some chocolate syrup with Rocky on it.
Well, gee, surprise. He's the love of my life. He's everything I want to be.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, thank you.
Right.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
That is great.
Yeah, definitely got more excited about the picture of Rocky. Are you going to be one of those guys that leaves everything to his dog?
Might do, might not. Depends how you behave.
Oh, let me get close. Send it to Mom. My dad's music and photos of my dad are being stored at a place where Thomas Edison's patents are. A recording of you playing with Randy in 1980.
I know.
All right, so today is the day. We're going to Iron Mountain, and this is awesome. Now, the Iron Mountain is a huge underground storage facility that's 220 feet underground and essentially was built to withstand a nuclear war. You know, theoretically going to be there for eternity. I mean, my dad's music and photos of my dad are being stored at a place where Thomas Edison's patents are and where E.T., the original reel of E.T. is stored, and, you know, it's kind of cool. He doesn't really know that I've got all this stuff lined up for him. He just thinks we're touring this facility. So off we go, underground, like Hobbit.
Hi, Jack.
Hello, my father.
We're going to Iron Mountain.
Yes, we are.
Oh, I'm kind of excited.
I thought it would be cool to maybe re-record a blend of Iron Man and Over the Mountain.
Yeah. Okay. You know, the weather ain't got any better, is it?
It's exactly like England weather right now.
Oh, yeah. You mean it sucks?
Yeah, the drizzle. This car smells like pee. Our final stop on our birthday week adventure was Iron Mountain. What do you get the man who can buy himself whatever he wants? Something he can't buy at all. This place is awesome.
A vision in my mind of a pointed mountain.
It's a couple 100 acres under the ground.
No.
Yep, Dad, it's a bit of a Dr. Evil's lair, secret underground lair.
Weather keeps up. It's a rainy mountain.
Flooded mountain. I think you're gonna be pretty blown away by some of the stuff they have here. Not only do they store artifacts and pictures and reel-to-reel recordings and things, they have, do you know what a cloud is?
No.
Like a digital cloud?
Cloud?
They call it a cloud because it just doesn't live you basically, it backs up onto a cloud and a cloud is...
you're talking about, but go on.
So my data, I rent space on a Apple Cloud, and the Apple Cloud is stored in a facility similar to this. And if I need to back my phone up, I just log into my cloud and everything.
I don't know what the you're talking about.
It's pretty terrifying though, because all my information lives on hard drives that I don't know where they're at or have control of.
Wow. It's
they-
kind of like a safety net.
Yes, it's just.
It's not like a cloud though.
No, they just call it a cloud because you pull data out of nowhere. Turn my phone on and it would back it up from just the sky, like.
Where the are we?
You're gonna be. I'll tell you what, Dad.
I'm
you're
gonna be jet lagged again getting to the mountain.
You're gonna pick your jaw up
Or
off
can
the
we turn
ground.
left at Tokyo?
Oh, this must be it.
I am Iron Mountain.
This looks like
There's a mountain.
this is it.
Where's Tokyo?
Yeah, but we're gonna go underground.
It's on a mountain where the
It's all in under this.
I suppose you see a big everything mountain. Oh.
Hello.
What are you doing today?
Good, how you doing?
Not bad.
And I think we're meeting Tom Benjamin.
I'm gonna have everybody step out so I can warn you real quick.
Okay. Because of the important documents and items stored in Iron Mountain, security was tight.
Is it a vehicle we need to know about, sir?
The only way I got access, thank you, was through my dad's record label, who helped arrange our entry.
Hey,
Tom.
good morning.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Very well.
Got some badges for you. I'm Tom Benjamin. These are your badges. That'll
that's
get you in
fine.
through security.
Cool, thank you.
All right, if you want to follow me, I'll be on the golf cart. Drive with your lights on.
Okay,
All right.
you're on. Thank you. We're going in.
The left.
Come, Mr. Bigglesworth. This is like ominous looking. Wow. Look at this.
Iron Mountain.
This is unbelievable. Going in.
The left.
Come, Mr. Bigglesworth. This is like ominous looking. Wow. Look at this. It was the final day of my dad's birthday week adventure, and we had just entered Iron Mountain. My dad had no idea his master recordings and pictures were actually stored here, along with every U.S. patent in history. This is unbelievable. We're like driving underground right now.
Nuts. No.
This is look, Dad, look. Fire truck.
This is awesome. This is crazy.
It was like going into some James Bond secret underground
When we
lair.
got there, what crossed my mind, if the power gets cut off now, we're
It's okay with you guys. I'll drive.
Hey, you take the wheel on this one.
Okay.
I don't want to turn down the wrong tunnel.
All set?
Yeah. How far down are we under right now?
We're about 220 feet.
Wow.
We're 22 stories underground. This was an active limestone mine to the early 1950s.
And then how did it come to be this?
It was at the peak of the Cold War, and folks were concerned about nuclear attacks. So the federal government sent out a a message to their defense contractors and said that you should take precautions for the preservation of your vital information. And so U.S. Steel, who owned this mine, and built an archives for their own purposes underground. So that's undeveloped mine space. But you can see these rooms are about 40 feet wide.
Uh-huh.
The ceilings are about 16 feet high.
That's intense. Corbus, we have arrived.
Okay, guys, come on in.
Wow.
This is the Corbus facility. It's
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates Company. This is Ann Hartman.
Hey, Ann. How's it
Hi,
going?
Ann.
I'm Jack.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
I'm
too.
Ozzy. Pleased to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
Corbus is basically a giant vault of historical photos, including iconic images like the crash of the Hindenburg and a meeting between Dr. King and Malcolm X.
Over 27 million images.
27 million.
27 million.
27
Million.
Wow.
We're going to count them when we go.
Yeah.
So we have
Wow.
original images for these.
Good.
So this
Thank you.
image of the
that's
New York
my
construction, right? The construction workers.
Yeah.
So it's a glass plate that was scanned. After it was scanned, it was dropped.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Well, who
An employee, yeah.
Oh, they must have been like, no.
Could you imagine?
Bill Gates must have been happy.
Please come into the vault. It's an airlock, keeps the dust out.
Wow.
Jack, if you'll close that
Sure.
behind you, that'd be great.
Wow. It's a great photo.
You recognize this gentleman?
Yeah, my hero.
John Lennon, earlier days.
I've never seen any of these photos before.
Great
love
photos.
Now he's your hero. This may not be your hero. Do you know who this might be?
Hello, Hitler.
Yes, you know. Hitler is a baby.
Right. Valuable original must be returned. So this is
So
like
they
an-
used to send them out and return them. And of course, now we just
Scan
take a
them.
low res, sure.
It's weird. They have meth written on here.
So we have some rock bands and rock groups
Oh,
toward
yeah?
the back.
Love
Let's
to
just see what we have.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I'll collect photographs for you.
You do?
Yeah. Got a pretty.
Pretty extensive collection.
Yeah.
The amount of photographs they had was mind-blowing.
Absolutely mind blowing. Here you go. Backstreet Boys.
Yes, look at these.
Do you have any of the present company?
We're filed in this drawer from N to P.
Uh-oh, you in the New Kids on the Block drawer. Uh-huh.
We may know here.
Oh, very soon.
I've only ever seen that one in black and white. It's Giza.
And we could take this into the front.
Do you think it's kind of strange that, like, photos of you are going to be stored for eternity next to, like, historic photos of the Beatles, the Hindenburg, and baby Hitler?
Well, I ain't stoked about it.
U.S. rock musician John Bon Jovi left, walks on the gateway, followed by heavy rock musician Ozzy Osbourne, here today for the 2-day rock concert against drug abuse this weekend. Oh, the irony. It's your wedding. That's nice.
We would like you to take this with you.
Oh.
We had that one prepared for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Why, Mary?
Now, did you guys really get married on 4th of July so you could have free fireworks?
No, I was up all the time. It's the only day I can remember. I suppose if I had any other day, eventually, it would have been punched into me.
Iron Mountain is not a tourist attraction and wasn't easy to get into, but my dad's longtime record label, Sony, helped us get inside so I could reveal my big surprise.
This is Sony BMG.
Oh, you know this well.
You ever heard of them?
A home away from home. Wow.
Gentleman, Don Sitka.
Welcome to Sony Music's North America Vault. Wow. This is where Sony Music Entertainment stores over 2 million audio and video assets. We have over 400,000 metal parts, that's what they used to record on back in the early 1900s. So we have one that dates back to 1902, our oldest recording that we have here.
So is this like a metal vinyl?
Yeah, this was from October 1902.
What? Wow.
Actually, you can see the words are backwards, reversed. So this was the actual master presser that made the vinyl records.
Wow.
So I'm going to hold that.
What artist was this?
It was Florence Osman. Tell Me Pretty Maiden was the song.
Wow. And then there's something in here that when I told Mom about, she hasn't even heard of.
It's all demos.
Just. So this is it's like a birthday gift.
Yeah. Do you remember this location? Southampton.
A live recording of you playing with Randy in 1980.
I know. You did in the back of a truck.
You did these in the back of a truck?
Yeah, back of Mo's studio. I had no idea Iron Mountain existed. So when they stored my album there, it was kind of creepy but good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if they dropped the atom bomb, that will survive it.
Yep. Come on, let's listen to it.
No.
Why?
If you want to, it's attack in Randy Rhoads, you know.
Yeah.
Randy was a great guitar player and he co-wrote Crazy Train with me. I mean, I think about him a lot still. I often think where he would be in the picture if he was still around. He was just a great guy.
We should listen.
All right.
All right. Let's go check it out. I had hoped that I was doing the right thing. I thought my dad would really like to see this, but now I wasn't so sure.
Any particular song that you remember that you did that you want to hear?
Crazy Train.
It was March 1980. It's like a time capsule in here. It was my dad's birthday, and I had brought him to this huge underground storage facility in Pennsylvania called Iron Mountain. I wanted to surprise him with some hidden treasures from his life to put it all into perspective.
was the last time you heard this like this?
I've heard this tape since it was recorded.
This is cool.
When I heard the master of Ozzy Train, I remember the fun we had writing it and making it. And Andy Rose was a big part of my life, and he still is to a certain degree. I always think of him a lot.
Oh, you sound good.
I think it sounds great, to be honest.
Something that's not mixed.
Right.
That's unreal. People don't get that having and preserving master recordings that's the first recording. Every time you listen to a song, you're listening to a print of a song. Randy.
He died.
Yeah, I know.
Great player. It's kind of bittersweet, if you like. Randy Rose died not long after that. It's kind of like going back to a good time, but yet a really horrible time at the same time. I only wish he could, he would have been around for a bit longer. Yes. Great guitar player.
Amazing. That's great.
Legend.
Forever stored here.
Oh,
It'll survive a nuclear war. I mean, we might not.
Yeah.
But you know what? When the aliens start digging through,
Something you want to hear, Ozzy?
I've heard it all before.
You've heard it all before. Of course you have.
is it kind of weird to like have so much of your?
No, it's I'm a believer in fate.
Yeah.
But what's the odds of me coming to a mountain and finding myself?
Yeah.
Strange, weird. So, Jack, I've got to tell you something. It's just blown my mind being here.
It's nuts, right? So how's this stack up for your birthdays?
Forget the birthdays. You've been great having the opportunity to come in here.
But every year that goes by, you start thinking of your own kind of mortality and whatever. But is it like coming here and seeing that your stuff and pictures of you and your recordings are being preserved here for literally eternity?
Makes me think that my life wasn't all in, screwed up. I mean, there must be some good there. Although I was a crazy guy for many, many years. Still am, I suppose. But to be sober, with my son who's sober, going through this, it's great. It's phenomenal. He's like
Hello?
I think we've it, son.
It's poltergeist. It's the ghost of the miners.